is up, team? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Andie, and today we are going to talk about how journaling changed my life. So my brother actually introduced me to journaling when I was younger, and I just remember him carrying around this super cool looking journal, and then he kind of let me know how journaling helped him through university and getting through tough times and stuff. And so I was like, oh my god, I want one of those journals. Not really knowing how journaling as a whole would change me or help me. So this is my journal. He ended up getting it for me for Christmas, and then I ended up taking it with me to university. So I've kind of been journaling for, I want to say like just about 3 years, because I started the year before I went to university. So I'm gonna just give you a bit of a backstory behind my story of journaling. So I started journaling, I suppose, when I was really young. Because I moved a lot, usually when I'm kind of like organizing my stuff, I'd find these like little books with random pages filled out, or the whole book filled out, and it was just from when I was younger, kind of talking about a boy that I liked, or talking about how I'm so annoyed at my mom or my brother. But it was, oh my god, that scared me. Oh. Okay. And I'd always start off with the classic, "Dear Diary, so today I met a boy." But once I started high school and I moved again to Abu Dhabi was kind of where I stopped. I kind of started joining a lot of things, and I always thought I didn't have time to journal. But then obviously, like, my brother kind of reintroduced me, bought me this journal, and I got back into it, and it truly did change my life because I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about kind of my emotions, the way I handle things. I don't know, got closer to myself. And yeah, so I thought I would just kind of make a video about how it helped me, my tips. I'm such an idiot. So I think one of the things I want to make clear from the get-go is that when it comes to journaling, there are no rules. I guess the only one is that you have to be honest. You have to put yourself in that vulnerable position, because that's how you're really going to make the most out of it. It's an honest place for you to write, and that's kind of what I love about it. If it's happy, if it's angry, if it's sad, if it's absolutely nothing, like you're writing about this dog that passed you in the park, like it could literally mean nothing, but you're just writing to write. Journaling gave me the freedom to talk about whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. No rules, just be honest. So I just want to continue with some tips that I have, because I urge for you to start a journal. It doesn't have to be a fancy journal. It could literally be like a 2-pound one. I personally like handwriting. You can do it electronically as well, but there's kind of a beauty to seeing your handwriting and just having that connection to it. I also kind of found it funny when I was reading my journals when I was younger, and my handwriting was horrific. Huge letters taking up the whole page. Like, I like seeing my handwriting and having that connection to my journal. The second step or tip or whatever, so when you buy a journal, you have lines, no line, graft. I prefer no lines, just kind of like a blank page. Let me show you, like blank pages. I prefer that just because it gives me the complete freedom to draw doodles or mind maps or whatever. Totally up to you. Really just make it your own. I think that's the beauty of like journaling, is that it's completely your own space. Third tip is I like to date mine. So before I started off with just the date, but I've kind of started putting the time as well, because I think looking back, it's kind of interesting to see how your mindset changes throughout the day. And I don't know, it kind of, out of, you know, you put so much randomness in this journal, so it kind of creates like continuously. I don't know, again, up to you, just a tip. And another thing I can say is that I know writing can put you in such a vulnerable state, and you can get very paranoid of someone reading it, and that's completely normal. You don't want other people reading it, and I totally get that. And trust me, when I started, it was something that kind of held me back. Someone does ask whether it's a journal, I kind of I mean, I let them know that it is, but they kind of respect that it is personal. I usually just keep it with me. I keep it in my bag or whatever. That makes me less paranoid. It also means that I can kind of write in it whenever I want, if I'm in a cafe or whatever. So that kind of leads me on to my last point, which is there are no restrictions to journaling. Wherever you are, just write. But it's kind of like, what the hell do I start with? When I started this journal, I would have it open, I'd have my pen in hand, I'd be like, I have no idea where to start. To be honest, it could literally be anything. It could be a dear diary, a dear journal. It could be as simple as a hi or hello, what's up? Literally anything just to kind of get your hand going. In this journal, I started with, well, my brother wrote the first entry, which is cute. He said, dear little sister. For me, I didn't necessarily have like the same thing each journal entry. I kind of just said like, so this one's 26th of August, 2018. First day of packing today. It's weird because it doesn't feel weird. So this was packing to go to university. You know, sometimes I include pictures, I doodle, I include quotes. I used to watercolor on my pages, but then gradually over time I was just like, you know what, it, I'm just gonna keep it to a black pen, and that's kind of what I've been doing. This is what I'm saying, it's hard because there's absolutely no restriction to journaling. You can start however you want, it's just a matter of starting. So if you are struggling, literally just start with, hi. As crazy as it sounds, just start. If you're struggling, you don't know what you want to talk about, I'll literally just search up journal topics or questions or something. Truth is, sometimes you have nothing to write about. I've had many moments of not knowing what to write about, not needing to write about anything. There's no pressure of you writing every single day of every single month. You could be writing twice a month, you could be writing twice a day. For me, I see it as just kind of like this support system. If you need that escape, you've got it. I write when I want to write, when I need to write. I don't see it as some type of assignment. All I can say is that in the times that I did pick up my journal and my pen, and I sat down and I wrote whatever I was feeling, that's when I felt most closest to myself, quite literally life-changing. That's kind of all I have about journaling. I kind of wanted to spread the word, how beautiful it can be and how important and life-changing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you do end up getting into journaling. If you have any questions about it, leave them in the comments below, or you can privately message me on Instagram. So yeah, remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these, turn post notifications on. I'm still trying to decide, because I thought I decided on Mondays as my post day, but now I'm kind of like, or Wednesday. So what would you guys prefer, every Monday or every Wednesday? Thanks so much for the support, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.